Most people assume they'll live into their late 80s, but the reality is harsh. Many never make it past 82. And it's not because of some catastrophic illness. It's because of subtle daily habits, overlooked warning signs, and mental patterns that slowly rob your strength, awareness, and will to life. If you're over 60, this is not just a message. It's a wake-up call. Because what you do in the next 12 months will determine whether you fade or finish strong. Stay to the end because the final reason is the one no one dares to say out loud. They stop moving. Motion is life. And yet for many people as they get older, movement becomes optional. Something to fit in if they have time, if they feel up to it, or if the weather allows. But the body doesn't wait. The body listens to what you do and what you don't. And when you stop moving with purpose, your body doesn't just pause. It starts shutting down. Muscles shrink. Bones lose density, your balance fades, your circulation slows, and the body begins to do exactly what you're teaching it to do, less. Most seniors don't make a conscious decision to stop moving. It happens gradually. You retire. You no longer have to walk to work. You spend more time indoors. Stairs start to feel tiring, so you avoid them. You begin sitting more, not just for meals, but during the day, during TV, during rest. And soon movement becomes something you react to, not something you initiate. You walk because you have to, not because you want to. You stretch because something hurts, not to stay limber. You go outside only when necessary. And before you realize it, your world and your body have shrunk. But here's what most people don't understand. The problem isn't just physical. Yes, when you stop moving, your muscles atrophy. Your joints stiffen. Your bones become fragile. But it goes deeper than that. Movement is stimulation not just to your body, but to your brain. When you move, you send signals from your feet to your spine to your brainstem. These signals wake up the nervous system. They keep you sharp. They regulate your mood. They remind your body, I'm still here. I still have purpose. The moment you stop engaging your body with intention, your brain activity starts to dim. You feel slower, less creative, more tired. You begin to lose confidence. And slowly you lose identity because movement is identity. The way you walk, stand, reach, stretch, and hold yourself. It tells your nervous system that you're still living, not just surviving. That's why walking around the house isn't enough. It's better than nothing. Yes, but it's not functional training. It's survival movement. It's automatic. It doesn't challenge your posture. It doesn't strengthen your glutes, improve your stride, or reinforce your balance. It just keeps you upright for now. But over time, it lets your muscles go quiet. It lets your core fade. It allows weakness to settle in places that once felt strong. What you need is intentional motion, movement that requires effort, control, and presence. Not to run a marathon, not to lift heavy weights, but to keep your joints working the way they were meant to keep your spine aligned, to keep your nervous system awake. That means resistance training, even if it's just using a band or body weight. That means stretching with focus, not just bending randomly. That means posture exercises that help your shoulders stay back, your neck stay tall, and your hips stay stable. And yes, it means walking with purpose. Every day outside if possible, where the surface changes, where you have to engage your balance and stride with real awareness. Every time you move with intention, you tell your nervous system, I'm still needed. Keep me sharp. And your body responds. Your blood starts flowing. Your hormones rebalance. Your digestion improves. Your breathing deepens. Your mood lifts. You don't need a full gym. You don't need fancy routines. You just need to reclaim movement as medicine daily. Consistent, non-negotiable. Because once you stop moving, the decline doesn't wait. It shows up fast. First, in small ways, your legs feel weak after a short walk. You trip more often. You hesitate when turning, but then it grows. You start losing muscle mass, not from disease, but from disuse. You start losing bone not from age, but from inactivity. And once your posture begins to collapse, your lungs lose space. Your balance becomes shaky and your confidence crumbles. Movement is not something to do if you feel good. It's what makes you feel good. It's what keeps your digestion working, your joints moving, your brain firing. It's what tells your body you still belong in this world, not just as a passenger, but as a participant. So ask yourself, when was the last time you moved for your health, not out of habit, but with intention? When was the last time you walked not just to the kitchen, but around the block with your chest lifted and your stride strong? When was the last time you stood tall, stretched wide, and reminded your body that it was built to engage? Don't let convenience steal your energy. Don't let comfort weaken your legs. Don't let stillness become your default. You don't need hours. You just need a few minutes every day to send the message. I'm still here. I still move. I still choose to live. Because motion is life, and life, real, vibrant, engaged life, begins the moment you take the next step. They eat for comfort, not fuel. There comes a quiet shift in how many people eat as they grow older. And it often goes unnoticed. Start small. Skipping meals because you're not as hungry. Choosing softer foods because they're easier to chew. Eating something quick because it's just you at the table. But over time, eating becomes less about fueling your body and more about comforting it. Food becomes routine, emotion-driven, or nostalgic. And while there's nothing wrong with comfort now and then, the danger is when it becomes the default, because your body, especially after 60, doesn't need comfort. It needs support. The truth is, your digestive system changes with age. Your stomach produces less acid. Your gut bacteria shift. Your body becomes less efficient at absorbing certain nutrients, especially protein, magnesium, B12, and vitamin D. You lose muscle faster. You store fat easier. And your insulin response isn't as sharp as it used to be. That means the food choices that were fine when you were 30 now work against you after 60. If you keep eating like you used to, your body doesn't just slow down, it starts breaking down quietly, internally, cell by cell. Yet most older adults still build their meals around what's familiar. Bread, pasta, mashed potatoes, cereal, crackers, cookies, processed meats, easy snacks, soft, sweet, salty, and repetitive. These foods are comforting, but they're also empty. They spike blood sugar, cause inflammation, and leave your cells underfed. You feel full, but your body is still starving for real nutrition. And over time, that starvation shows up as fatigue, joint pain, brain fog, weakened immunity, and slow healing. You're not getting old, you're getting undernourished. And here's what most people don't realize. Comfort food doesn't just affect your body, it affects your mind. Highly processed, carb-heavy foods sedate you. They dull your focus. They lower your energy. They trigger inflammation in the brain, reduce neurotransmitter function, and even worsen symptoms of depression. That midday nap you need after a heavy lunch. That mental fog you can't shake in the afternoon. That constant bloated, sluggish feeling. It's not your age, it's your diet. You are what your cells can absorb, not what you eat. And if your cells are swimming in sugar, stripped of fiber, and missing critical nutrients, they can't repair themselves. They can't regenerate muscle. They can't protect your organs. They can't keep your nervous system sharp. When you eat for comfort, you remove vitality from your life. Your body may still be functioning, but it's not thriving. It's surviving. And that's the slow shift no one talks about. The difference between aging and decaying. So what does it mean to eat with intention? It means prioritizing function over flavor. Not every time, but most of the time. It means building meals around protein, lean meats, fish, eggs, legumes, because muscle is the currency of aging. And without it, everything declines. It means choosing fiber-rich foods, vegetables, fruits with skin, whole grains, seeds, because your digestion needs stimulation to stay active. It means cutting back on sugar, not just for weight, but because sugar feeds inflammation and drains your energy. And it means hydrating with water, not soda, juice, or coffee all day, because your cells need clean fluid to function well. Eating well isn't about restriction. It's about respect. Respecting what your body needs at this stage of life. Respecting your future self enough to give it strength now. You don't need to follow a strict diet or become a health expert. You just need to be honest. Are you feeding your body, or are you numbing it? Are you eating to stay sharp, mobile, and energized, or to pass time, soothe stress, or avoid cooking? One change makes a difference. Swapping breakfast cereal for eggs and fruit. Replacing soda with water and lemon. Adding a handful of greens to your plate, skipping dessert 2 nights a week. These small decisions send your body a powerful message. I still care. I'm still here. I still want to live well. And your body will respond with more energy, better mood, improved sleep, and clearer thinking. You don't need perfect meals, but you do need purposeful ones, because after 60, food is no longer just about enjoyment. It's your medicine. It's your momentum. It's your message to yourselves that you're not giving up. You're just getting started. They shrink their social world. Connection is not just a luxury. It's not just something nice to have. For the aging body and brain, connection is medicine. It's what keeps the nervous system regulated. It's what keeps your mind sharp, your heart steady, and your spirit alive. But as people grow older, many begin to shrink their social world slowly and often without noticing. They stop calling friends. They stop attending events. They skip family gatherings. Conversations get shorter. Days get quieter. And that slow quiet becomes a kind of isolation that can do more damage than any disease. When you disconnect from people, your body begins to respond, and not in a good way. Studies show that social isolation increases your risk of early death more than obesity, more than alcoholism, and even more than physical inactivity. It raises cortisol, the stress hormone. It suppresses immune function. It increases inflammation. It contributes to memory decline, anxiety, depression, and even cardiovascular problems. You may still be breathing, but your cells start acting like you've already checked out. And yet, it happens to so many people. Sometimes it's the result of retirement. You stop seeing coworkers. Your routine shifts. Your schedule becomes flexible, but your world becomes smaller. Other times it's health-related. You lose mobility and suddenly leaving the house feels like a hassle. Or friends pass away, families move, the phone rings less often, and you find yourself spending entire days in silence, not because you want to, but because you've accepted it as normal. But loneliness is not normal. It's not just an emotional state. It's a physical condition that takes a real toll on your health. What many don't realize is that social interaction is neurological exercise. Every time you talk to someone, really talk, your brain is firing on multiple levels. You process language, remember details, read body language, respond to emotion, and navigate the rhythm of the conversation. It keeps your brain alive. Laughter boosts dopamine. Listening activates empathy. Physical touch reduces blood pressure and stabilizes the heart. These aren't small things. They are the hidden regulators of your internal world. And when they disappear, your body begins to withdraw from life itself. That's why it's not enough to just be around people. You need meaningful interaction, real connection, the kind that reminds you that you still belong here, that your story matters, that someone sees you and that you see them. It can be a phone call, a coffee meetup, a walk with a neighbor, volunteering once a week, joining a group, even if it's small. These aren't luxuries. They're non-negotiables because when you are seen, heard, and needed, your entire biology shifts. You stand taller. You think clearer. You feel younger. Your cells remember how to live. On the flip side, when people stop reaching out and, more importantly, stop letting others in, the decline is faster than anyone expects. It starts as simple forgetfulness. Then sleep worsens. Motivation fades. You stop caring how you look, how you move, what you eat. You begin to fade from the inside out long before your body fails. It's not the heart that goes first. It's the connection to life. And yes, the world feels different now. Faster, more digital. People scroll instead of speak. Everything seems noisy. But that's exactly why you must remain in it. You don't have to keep up with trends or technology. You just have to stay human. Stay present. Be the one who starts the conversation. Call your children. Message your old friends, start a game night, attend that community event, even if it feels awkward at first. Because the longer you stay engaged, the longer your body stays responsive. And let's be honest, it takes courage. It's easier to withdraw, easier to say no thanks and stay home. But if you want to protect your health, your memory, your emotional strength, you need people. Not hundreds. Just a few who bring life into your world, who challenge you, listen to you, remind you that you still matter. You don't outgrow connection. You grow into a deeper need for it. So ask yourself honestly, when was the last time you reached out without waiting to be contacted first? When was the last time you had a real face-to-face conversation that left you smiling or thinking or remembering? When was the last time you were hugged? Really hugged and felt your nervous system settle? These things are not extra. They are fuel. They are part of your longevity strategy whether you realize it or not. Because here's the truth. The moment you stop being part of the world, your body starts preparing to leave it. But the moment you choose to engage again, to be present, connected, and alive, everything begins to shift back toward life.